Welcome back, everyone, to Madden NFL 21. Now, we have kept your safe accessibility settings.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. He's tackled at the 29-yard.
Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
First carry here for Todd Gurley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good there.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Tyler Ervin back deep. And take it right on the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. They get it to Funchess on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but
get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And his throw here is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far,
trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it'll bring up third down. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's Calvin Ridley on the receiving end from Matt Ryan. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
His guys take over first and 10.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Down, Packers. Alan Lazard, 33 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It's second down and 10.
Throwing again. Ryan, he's going to air one out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
At the 41-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
Rodgers will try again on second down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
And to this point, no catches. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in front. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Za'Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will be just 2. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
They'll take over first down.
Davante Adams in the Packer offense heading back out, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since been... And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And he'll bang that one through. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Again.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, this is Gurley. Room here to run. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
His guys take over first and 10. Again, baby, do it again.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll go again to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, here's Jones. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football, understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Ted McKinley, the UCLA product, the one who brought him down. On second down, it's Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
16 yards. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run it with Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2. They'll look to run forward with Williams. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
He was brought down at the 26 at their own 26-yard line. Hey, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And I guess... Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return is Irvin. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So now I need an explanation for that one, Charles. You're tied, 4th quarter, deep in your own territory. What was going on in their mind?
I can't even begin to imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, how many times have you looked at me and said, are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there? I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore. That he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Able to find Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Rodgers going to tuck and run. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Rodgers going to hang on to it himself. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
11 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Again, it's Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And he will take it out to the 20.